The US presidential poll results are throwing up a few surprises, with Biden getting a slight edge over Trump. And the results have once again shown the differences between the two democracies, India and the US. The US is easily the most prosperous of countries, whereas India has evolved after centuries of hardships and trouble. Therefore, while the Indian voter tends to think a lot before voting, the American voter seems rather impulsive. The American voter feels the luxury of electing without thinking it through. There can be no other explanation as to why the people of the US have at least voted substantially for Joe Biden, an avowed and radical socialist, as against the incumbent President Donald Trump, who is actually taking the US towards higher growth and stature in global politics. The seemingly indifferent nature of the American voter is explained by the generally prosperous American history. Since its independence in the 1770s, the United States of America has become only bigger in terms of power and position. Isolated from the chaos on the Eurasian continent, the 13 British colonies expanded from the Atlantic to the Pacific to become the third largest country in the world. In almost 2.5 centuries of its history, the USA has expanded from a population of 4 million to 321 million in 2015, driven by migration and the baby boom. Its economy became the largest in the world in the early 20th century and emerged as the dominant power after World War II. After the end of the Cold War, it emerged as the sole superpower and ruled the world in the last 3 decades till Xi Jinping's China started asserting itself. Now compare that linear or incremental path of development of America with any other prominent countries of the world like India, China, the United Kingdom, Spain, or France. Most of these countries witnessed the rise to the top, remained there for a certain period, and then declined. Countries like India and China witnessed a cycle of growth and decline so many times that one can draw a page-long sine graph about it. India has started to bounce back after learning most of its lessons the hard way. Due to its internal weaknesses, the nation fell to Islamic invaders. Millions of Hindus lost their lives in order to save the religion and national identity of this sacred geography. After that, for almost 200 years, the country was under the British, who looted the country and further weakened the Hindus, which led to the division of the country into two. After hundreds of years of Islamic and British domination, the country was finally liberated in 1947. India got an administration which pursued socialistic economic policies that kept the country poor for another 4.5 decades till 1991. During these socialist years, India's population was growing at a rate faster than the income, so per capita income was actually declining in the years when the country pursued socialist economic policies. Moreover, India faced the security problems of Naxalism, Maoism, separatism, Northeast insurgency, and two hostile neighbors, China and Pakistan, among many other issues. India got true independence in 1991 only, after almost 600 to 700 years of subjugation by Islamic, British, and socialist forces. Now India wants to protect and increase its national strength because it knows what it means to not have these for centuries. The Modi government has learned from the mistakes of its predecessor and is now solving one issue after another. India is being transformed into a rules-based capitalist system which is not shy of projecting its national power. On the contrary, the United States of America had a capitalist economy from the beginning, and when it gained independence from the British, its leaders did not change the course of the political economy, which would have destroyed its strength, and it would not have been the largest economy of the world today. Moreover, in terms of religious identity, it remained a dominantly Christian country from the beginning. And as far as internal security is concerned, it never faced hard challenges except in 2 instances, the Civil War and 9/11. So, in short, India has faced far more struggles than the US to become what it is today. Today, the USA is the most powerful country in the world, whereas countries like India faced a plethora of issues, internal as well as external. America, being on an isolated continent where it was a powerful force since the beginning, has only expanded its economy and national strength since the day it got independence. American voters must learn from India though. the art of not letting progress-oriented nationalist leaders go, and to vote in large numbers and constantly demand a democratic, transparent system, as these polls can as well shape the future of the people of the US.